So what is a cultural march? Is the Moms March for America a march or not? This is the march that isn't a march. Have you heard of the Tea Party that wasn't a tea party? We're all familiar with the Boston Tea Party and the guys who dressed up as the Indians and threw the tea into the harbor. But have you heard of the Edmonton Tea Party or Penelope Barker, the North Carolina homemaker who said, "We are not going to support this tax"? Penelope Barker invited over 51 women to come into her home to have an tea party, because at that time, tea was the thing that you did every day. But they decided that they were going to boycott tea. In fact, they were going to boycott all British goods. When Penelope organized her tea party, she declared, "Maybe it has only been men who have protested the king up to now. That only means we women have taken too long to let our voices be heard. We are signing our names to a document, not hiding ourselves behind costumes like the men in Boston did at their tea party. The British will know who we are." And all 51 women who attended the Edmonton Tea Party signed the declaration. The women at the time decided that they were going to stand up and start a movement. And that movement became so vast that the reporters over in England were talking about the Edmonton Tea Party, wondering, is there a female Congress in America too? We don't need a female Congress. We just need the ladies rising up and standing together. The Edmonton Tea Party rocked the financial world and set the king's crown on its head. Never underestimate the power of women coming together united for truth, justice, and the American way. That's what we're doing at the Moms March for America. The Moms March for America is not a march like you've ever seen before. This is a cultural march, symbolizing the march that mothers make every day in their homes, schools, and businesses as they nurture their families, influence their communities, and shape our nation. The Moms March was inspired by an article sent to us following the Women's March in January. It was written by a mom sharing how she marched through her day, taking care of her home and family, and serving in her community. She finished her article with these words: "No news outlets covered me as I marched. I didn't wear a t-shirt with a slogan, a pink hat, or carry a sign. No celebrities lent their fame to my efforts. No political figures made statements of support for my causes. But as I marched, quietly I stood for everything that I believed and love about womanhood." The Moms March for America is a national gathering of mothers uniting in the heartland and across the nation to raise the standard of decency and liberty in our culture. The Moms March isn't protesting anything. It's standing for something. The Declaration of Mothers is the standard and foundation for our march. You can join this cultural march right now by signing the Declaration of Mothers so we can add your city to our national map of mothers who stand for truth, reverence family, love God, cherish freedom, and recognize their sacred call in raising the next generation. After Maria Shriver became the First Lady of California, she came up with a slogan to empower mothers. "Motherhood 24/7 on the front lines of humanity," she said. Are you man enough to try it? Ladies, we are standing on the front lines of freedom and humanity. Let's unite at the Moms March for America and raise that standard of liberty and freedom for all families everywhere.